Captain Paul Watson. Good morning to both of you. Thanks so much for joining us. Daryl, if I can start with you, what was it that made you decide to join this expedition?
Well, this is the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society are the only people in the world making a call for sanity and fighting this illegal poaching, hunting, and overfishing that's going on in the world. And I'm shocked that there aren't more people out there doing it, but they're the only ones fighting it.
What do you expect to see and encounter during the trip?
Paul?
Well, we intend to find the Japanese whaling fleet. They're targeting endangered whales in an established whale sanctuary in violation of a global moratorium. They're breaking the law, and we're going down there to uphold international conservation law.
Hopefully just chase them and they won't get any whaling done.
That would be a very good outcome, Daryl. How far are you prepared to go? Because you are very committed to conservation around the world. I know in 2006 you were arrested after chaining yourself to, I believe, a walnut tree in a community garden that was due to be demolished, and you got some results there. How far are you prepared to go when you're out there in the waters?
Well, I mean, I think you have to be willing to go as far as is necessary to protect these endangered species, you know, so I'm willing to do what it takes.
Paul, what sort of effect do you think Daryl joining the crew, having a celebrity of Daryl's calibre, will have in terms of world attention?
Well, we live in a culture, of course, where celebrities attract attention, and it's a very good from an educational point of view. But I look on more as Daryl as being an activist, really, and she's one of the crew. But really, what we're going down there is to actually get results. Last year we saved 500 whales. This year we'll save even more. We're confident of that.
How many do you think you can save from being slaughtered this time around? You did get some wins last season.
Yeah, we'll get at least half of their quota. If we had 2 ships, we could shut them down 100%, but we're doing the best we can with the resources available to us. And we're disappointed, of course, that the Australian government has backed off on this, as has everybody else. But we do intend to save lives, and we do intend to cost the Japanese whaling fleet their profits, as we've done for the last 2 years.
What sort of reasoning have the government given you for backing off on all of this?
Well, governments tend to do that. I mean, they make a lot of promises in opposition and don't deliver once they're in the government. We're deeply disappointed because, you know, we were very supportive of Peter Garrett a year ago, and we just can't believe that he's reneged on every one of these promises that he made to do something about this issue.
Shocking.
Daryl, it can get pretty hairy out there. Are you nervous at all?
I'm not very nervous. I'm actually going to only go with the ship for the first section, and hopefully I'll get to join them on their 3rd leg. But you know, I've been in situations before that are a little bit hairy, and I think that, you know, as long as you keep your eye focused on what's important and what, you know, why you're there, you can avoid being terrified.
No doubt the cameras will be on you.
Well, we also have an Animal Planet crew on board because we have our own TV series called Whale Wars, and so 24/7 we'll have cameras on us. That's true.
Daryl, you are aware that Paul rams other ships.
But the Sea Shepherd hasn't ever injured anybody. They have sunken ships while people aren't aboard, but they've never been responsible for any injuries, and they're a nonviolent conservation organization.
We target criminal operations, and in 30 years of operations, we've never hurt anybody, we've never been convicted of a felony, we've never been sued because we go after criminals.
Daryl, will you go out in the Zodiacs?
I hope to.
And you're not at all nervous about that?
No.
I should point out we've never had anybody injured either.
No, you haven't, but it can get very hairy out there, Paul. And, you know, Daryl is certainly to be admired because, as I said, the cameras will certainly be on her when all of this happens. When will you actually be joining the ship, Daryl?
I got here yesterday, and I slept on the ship last night, so... And I helped make some dinner last night, too.
Oh, well
in the
done.
galley.
What did you cook?
I chopped onions and made bread.
And that was dinner, onions and bread?
Well, no, it's a vegan dinner for 48, so there's a couple of people, but those were my jobs in the galley.
Okay. So when do you set sail, Paul?
Well, we'll be leaving on the 3rd, which is Daryl's birthday, and we'll be heading down, and we should encounter the Japanese fleet around the middle of December.
And how long do you expect this to last?
Last year it was December, January, February, and into March. It could be 3.5 months all told. We keep coming back to refuel, but we keep going back down again.
Well, Daryl, very happy birthday for the 3rd, and we hope all your wishes come true.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Daryl. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa.
Brave
People argue with their methods, but there's no doubt that they get out there and do something. And our government has refused to do that on a number of occasions now, haven't they?
Well, the world's media will certainly be focused now that they know Daryl Hannah is on board.
Exactly right. Up next, the Hollywood Minute, plus we pay tribute to the man who designed the Sydney Opera House, Johan Utzon.